Your mindset is the reason why you're suffering in life. A lot of the times when life starts to look very hectic, we tend to victimize ourselves and say, why is this happening to me? But you gotta always have to remember, life happens for you, not to you. A lot of the times I'll be around people and we'll go through the same situation. Like, we will go through something together, but I often find myself being mentally okay more than the other person. You take things and the way you view things dictates the way it affects you. So if you're just sulking and you're always like, why is this happening to me? Or you're not even being aware of the lesson that God's trying to teach you. You just let that thing pass you by and you didn't take anything to learn from it. You never lose, you learn. It's either you win or you learn. There's no losses in life. The more you think about that, the more you realize life happens for you. That hard moment, that time where you're crying yourself to sleep, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's building you up. It's just up to you if you're willing to catch that and learn the lessons and the wisdom. So just think about that. Like, everybody takes things differently in life because we're all different. But you have to understand that the way you see things and the way you view things give you a better outlook on life or a different outlook on life. I dropped out of college, right? And I'm currently unemployed. And my dad, he came up to me and he was saying, like, you must be feeling really bad about yourself. You must feel bored all the time, or you might feel like, I don't know, he's basically not really pitying me, but low-key, because he was thinking to himself, if I was in that situation, this is how I would feel. So I'm sure she would feel the same way. But it's not how I feel. I see it as an opportunity. God has given me an opportunity to figure out myself, to build myself, to find things that fulfill me and bring me joy. It's an opportunity for me to be still calmly, And the next person, they might not see it that way. They might be like, oh, you're a bum, blah, 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 blah. But that's the difference between me and you, The moment I ingrained that in my head, that life happens for me, not to me, everything happens for a reason, positively or negatively, but it all works out in my favor at the end of the day. Everything that happens in life depends on how you take it. I'm gonna give an example. I was telling my friend a story about how I invited this girl to my dorm and she ended up stealing my charger, right? And at first I was mad. I'm like, oh, dang, I'm one less charger, blah, blah. But then I was like, you know what? I'm grateful that happened because thank God the only thing that she stolen, the only thing that she tampered with was my charger. She didn't mess anything else. She didn't take anything else. The only thing she took was my charger. Thank God. But my friend, on the other hand, she was like, how dare she take your charger? This is the worst person ever. Yeah, I get it. But then I'm like, at least that's the only thing she took. It's everything on your mindset. It's based on your mindset. How you take things is how you are. And the way you handle things is a projection on how you are on the inside. If you constantly feel like you're a victim and everybody's out for you, how can you enjoy life? How can you have inner peace? A person said a big word to you, and the first thing you think is, oh, they're undermining my intelligence. They're saying that on purpose because they know I don't know it. Not everything's about you. Newsflash. Maybe that person said that word because they have an advanced vocabulary. If you don't know it, just ask them, what does that mean? And if they want to be an a-hole and make it seem like you're stupid because you don't know that word, that says more about them than what says about you, Everything is a projection. Everything is a mirror. Your outlook on life, your mindset is your life. There's people out here that are colorblind. They cannot see colors. They see life differently. There's people in life that are insecure. They see life differently. Life is just a projection on how you are the inside. It depends on how you see things. It depends on how you take things. Don't take things personally, because nothing is personal. Like, the moment I figured that out, I'm like, wow, nothing is personal. Literally nothing is. Even if a person singles you out, it's still more about them than what it is to you. Because if a person feels so threatened that they have to single you out in a group full of people, it's because you, let me cook, it's because you threaten them so much. You make them see something that they don't want to see within themselves just by you existing, or whatever you did. You wore that thing, you talk a certain way, you gain attention, whatever. You threatened them. You made them, like, your light shined on their insecurities and it hurt them. So now they had to project that on you. Because you just existed, now they feel like they had to attack you because you made them look at themselves in a light they did not want to be reminded of. They're attacking you because of themselves, because they don't like how they are, so they gotta single you out. Everything is a projection. Nothing is personal. You gotta understand and understand, like, every setback, when you pull something in a slingshot, the further you pull, the further you go. Okay, you lost your job, you got dropped, you got out of college, you lost your friend, you lost your significant other, you whatever. See it as the universe making space for things that are more aligned with you. See it as God giving you things that you might not even know existed, but it's better for you. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know this one analogy. I think it was like this pastor or something. I don't know. He was talking about how this little girl loved her teddy bear so much, but God wanted her to get rid of that teddy bear, but she wouldn't for the love of her, because she really loved that teddy bear. But until she let go, she realized God had a better teddy bear for her. The teddy bear was bigger, it was fluffier, it was softer, it smelled good, but she didn't even know. If she would have held on into that teddy bear, she wouldn't have enough space for that really big teddy bear. You see what I'm saying? So that teddy bear in your life might be that one friend, be that one family member, that one job, that one situation where you feel like you would need to leave. That teddy bear might be the one thing you thought of when I was sharing that analogy. You know what you need to do. Just because everybody around you is saying turn right, that doesn't mean you need to turn right. Just because everybody around you is saying turn left does not mean you got to turn left. Follow your inner compass. Follow what your mind says. Follow what your heart says. Use your discernment. If you really don't know, or you feel like you need some confirmation or you need validation internally, pray to God. God is not an outside source, it's an inside source. God is within you. You are a God, you are a goddess. Especially to my melanated night ether beings, you are a God, you are a goddess. Never forget that God is internal, not external. Always remember that. Life happens for you, not to you. Your mindset is over anything. It's over everything. So if you constantly feel like things are happening to you, everybody's out for you, nothing works for you, blah, 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 you're ruining your own life. You are demolishing your own life just by thinking that way. Your mind is more powerful than you can ever think of. Your mind is so powerful. You ever been sitting down thinking about somebody and like a few minutes later they call you, they text you, or they pop up? It's because you manifested that person. Your mind is powerful. And if you don't think you manifested that person, your intuition picked up that that person's going to come soon. Your intuition picked up that you're going to see that person soon. It's giving you a warning like, hey, you're going to see them. Your mind is more powerful than you think. Your tongue, what you say, holds power. They don't call it spelling for no reason. Just think about that. So the next time you're sitting down, you're like, oh, life is so hard, life is this. You're casting spells on your life and you don't even know it. You're being negative. All you're going to get is negativity. I hope you know that. What you put your mind to, what you pay attention to, mind you, pay attention to, what you eat, who you hang around with, what type of music you listen to, what type of media you consume, what type of things you buy, all of that matters. All of that matters. And it says who you are. Birds of a feather flock together. So the next time you're sitting down and you're like, why is my life in shambles? Maybe it's you. Maybe it's the way you think. Maybe it's the way you handle things. Maybe it's the people you hang around. Maybe it's just the way you think that needs to be changed. And don't worry. It's possible to change it. It's up to you if you're willing to do the hard work to do that. Anything is possible, but it's up to you to understand that. It's up to you to understand that. If you want to believe all the lies that you've been taught, you want to believe that. But if you want to believe that those lies are just lies and you don't have to follow it, then you don't have to follow it. You don't have to follow it. Your power is literally within. It really is. You are all powerful. So don't undermine your achievements. Avoid negativity at all costs. At all costs. I watched this video of this guy. He was a homeless man. He was just sitting down somewhere one day. I think he was on a bus. And then a random person like shot into the bus and he caught a stray bullet. Half of his face is gone. He's homeless. He lost his job. He doesn't have anybody. But yeah, he was sharing, like he was talking in the interview, and he's like, I'm still grateful that I'm here. I still love my life. I want to share that example because that really opened my eyes to a lot of things. And I'm like, what am I complaining for? This man lost everything and he's still happy and he's still grateful for having his life. He's still living each day like it's his last. There's nothing to complain about at this point. That's how I saw it. I'm not telling you that, but that's how I saw it. Everything is based on mindset. He had a reason to be like, oh, life hates me, blah, blah, blah. But he decided, I'm going to dust myself up. I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to be grateful that I had another chance to be on this planet. Instead of saying, oh, I have to go to work, tell yourself, I get to go to work. Oh, I have to take a shower. Say, I get to take a shower. Oh, I gotta take my kids to school. I get to take your kids to school. You know what I'm saying? We live privileges that we're not even aware of. The fact that you have people that love you. The fact that you might love yourself. You are trying to improve yourself. You have hot water. You have food. You have a roof over your head. You have a bed. You have all of these things and you may take it for granted, which is okay. But just know that life is happening for you, not to you. And you're so fortunate just to be here. You're so fortunate just to even know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, you have the privilege to get to know yourself. You have the privilege to build yourself. Instead of saying, I have to do this, start saying, I get to do this. Because at the end of the day, you don't know when it's your last day. You don't know when it's your significant other's last day, your family's last day. You don't know. So live each day like it's your last. If you were to get unalived or today was like your last day on this planet, would you enjoy it? Would you look back and be like, this last week I spent on this planet was well spent and I don't regret anything? Can you say that? It's not for you to answer. But don't ever think life's happening to you or something's happening to you. It's happening for you. Everything happens for a reason. And how you think things is how you are on the inside. Instead of sulking and being a victim and saying, woe is me, how about you get up get back stronger, dust yourself off, and keep your head between your shoulders. Tackle each day like it's nothing. See every obstacle as an opportunity, as a way to get stronger, wiser, more powerful. Strong people don't get strong from doing weak things like sulking all day. They get up and they do what they need to do, and they're still grateful for what they got. You can get there. But the more and more you just pity yourself and you're saying, oh, life is so negative, it's so hard, it's so this and that, you're not doing anyone a favor. You're not doing anyone a favor. And I'm not saying don't complain at all. I am not saying that. I'm just saying if you constantly think that way, then that's a problem. We're still human at the end of the day. Complaining is part of life. That's part of being a human being. But if you constantly do that and you legitimately believe that life happens to you, not for you, you're the perpetrator of your own downfall. That's all I'm saying. Stay beautiful, stay resilient, stay confident, and stay optimistic. Reflection. Thanks for having time with Tati. I'm out.